I built this while everyone else was wasting time, and now I get paid on the daily, monthly, yearly, annually. I get paid. I'll tell you a story. When I was in 10th grade, that was 20, remember, 2021, and I was 15. I thought I had everything figured out. I was building this NFT collections that essentially was gonna retire me. I bought the biggest, essentially one of the biggest, two of the biggest NFTs in the Solana space, which is um, a Stone Ape at the time, and that was making me money. I was making over $100, $200 a day from the staking process of those NFTs. And I was using those money, or using the money that I had saved up, buying more and more um, NFTs that make passive income, NFTs that would grow. And I had this fancy, crazy portfolios with different bots, with different NFTs that would grow to be like 10x in the next week or so. Everything will seem great. Everything seemed fantastic. And you probably remember this, but during that time, we had a recession. It was first, it was just an economic recession. That was when crypto went up and up. But then the Bitcoin crash happened. It went down. Everything went down. And I feel like it was almost overnight. All of my portfolio that I had almost went to essentially zero. And the passive income that I stacked for myself went from 200 a day to 100 a day, and then to $50 a day, and then to $18 a day. At that time, I had two options. It's either I give up on this whole new thing altogether, give up on NFTs in general, and give up on online businesses in general. Or I am forced to adapt to this recession and make fairies fly out of my pockets. And you know me, I really wasn't about to quit at that time. So instead of focusing on the NFTs I have at hand, I decided to build something foolproof to the point that in the next recession, if anything was about to happen, I would be fine. So I cashed out all my NFTs I had at the time, and I think I came to about a 40 grand loss. I lost about 40 grand in total of the NFTs I had. So I took that money, I cashed out about 2 grand with, remember this, before the recession, my portfolio was worth over 20, 40 grand. But now I'm cashing out 2 grand with everything already cashed out. So I took that money and I decided to throw myself into learning everything about making money online. Like most people today, I essentially fell for the hype, for the SMA hype and the dropshipping hype. I really tried everything that was out there. And surprise, surprise, really, I tried med spa, I've tried doing SMA for roofing company, drop shipping. I drop ship multiple product, 2 to 3 product. I tried drop ship, and none of them was easy as people said. You're not gonna get $100 a day or $200 a day from your first couple of product or from your first couple of SMA service, because you will get a lot of rejection. You are. But essentially through trial and error, I cracked the code. I rebuilt, but this time with the internet at the core of his strategy, something foolproof, a niche that doesn't get dragged down by recession, a need that people will need no matter what the time is. So, fast forward today, and I'm making money online. It was isn't just important, it's essential essentially. And that's exactly why I'm making this video right now. For you to learn how to do it, to learn the method I spent years testing, failing, and refining. I've essentially lost about 50 grand in this whole process, NFTs or not. And now I am making 5 to 7 grand a month. And learning exactly what works and what's happened. Now, with this knowledge, I can help you to avoid a mistake and be in the fast track of your success, okay? All right? So, if you're tired of just the false promises out there and you're ready to commit the next 12 months to building something real, this is for you. No gimmick, no BS, just the process that actually worked for me. So first thing first, you always make sure it's 12 month. The 1 year is always the miracle number. When I actually dedicate a whole year to this, everything changed. And I went from this is probably not gonna work to oh my, I could probably retire with this. So let me start with where most people start. They start with no side hustle, no additional income, and unfortunately, 55% of people never start at all. And I get it. The internet is a jungle full of ads. They pushing proven method that confuse people more than they essentially help you. But the key to start the right ways is to pick a method that suit your skill, your budget, and your lifestyle. Don't make the mistake that I did and pick a skill, a method that doesn't fit my skill, my budget, or my lifestyle. The biggest one that I really want to say this is the lifestyle. I picked one that essentially fit my skill set, fit my budget, but didn't fit my lifestyle. So, if you already have a skill like video editing, graphic design, coding, or even like setting up Discord server, people will pay good money for your service. Something that are coming up right now is building AIs. That's one of the biggest thing that people pay cold hard cash for, and the demand for that is crazy. But if you don't have a skill to sell or don't want to deal with client, there is a product-based businesses that you could go in. Selling product online without ever holding inventory is probably the best option if you don't have any skill that you can sell. So I'll tell you that more about that later. But stage two to this is once you have already acquired a skill or acquired a method that you're gonna make money from, you will sadly never work. Because if you try making money online, but you aren't earning at least 50 bucks a month, you're stuck in this stage that this will never work. And sadly, about 20% of all entrepreneurs never break it out of this stage. This is the, oh, there's shit on this field stage. You know, like when grass is green on the side, but it's covered full of shit. A lot of people will be stuck on this stage where, oh my god, they realize themselves that they dug themselves in a puddle full of shit. And like I said, the reason for this was the shining object syndrome, you know? They jump from one trend to another. Drop shipping, printing, Amazon, tracking stock, NFTs, crypto, without fully committing to any of them. So the only thing that they have is, oh my god, that place will make you so much more money. They jump right into it and they realize themselves, I can't make money off this. I'm stuck in a field full of shit. And then guess what they do next? Jump to the next field that look greener. But again, there's a pile full of shit they have to deal with. And really, there's all these methods work because people already made money online off it. Drop shipping, printing, Amazon, those things. They already make money off it. They got rich off it. Over million, billion-dollar revenues. It's something that works already. But none of them will work if you just keep switching. It's like you're that one guy in that one meme where he's mining and mining and mining, and he's just an inches away from diamond. Guess what he does? He walk back to the away and go to a different mine. So if you're in this cycle, recognize it, pick a method, and stick to it. And the best one that I found personally was SMA, but not the SMA that you see on online or anything like that. It's a different way that I approach this. So let's move on to stage three. Only 16% of people who start making money online make more than $50 a month. But those that reach 5, 7, 10 grand a month do these four things differently. Step one, this is something that I've realized quite late, but is stop trying to appeal to everyone in the business. Define your ideal customer. Who are they? What they do? What they struggle with? What content they consume? Who are they? How old they are? What they want? All of those things. The clearer you are, the easier it is to sell. I made the mistake that as I can help any business owner to generate leads. Essentially, what I have was an outreach system, so it could work for all business owner. So I decided to be greedy and try to catch all the fish with one net. And guess what? I caught nothing. Nothing for a straight 8 month. I didn't make any revenues for 8, 10 months. And I was just keep spending money every single day trying to figure this out. So what I decided to do was pick the customer. So my ideal customer right now is a business broker who is targeting businesses that are 500K and above, or business owner who want to sell. That is to feed that client to business broker. But my ideal client is a business broker who is probably in the um middle ages, 25, 30s to 45, 50. Anywhere older than that. They don't understand the system as much, but anywhere younger than that, they're too new to the space to really make any important decision on their um, outreach system. And they have to close a certain amount of client. They have to be in a specific area, targeting a specific type of business. So the type of business that I typically help are um, physical businesses, manufacturing company, those type of thing, home service, those type of thing. When the broker want to target more e-commerce side, those start to be less of my ideal client. So I kind of understand what type of client I'm looking for, who's qualified, and now when I hop on a call, I would just tell it straight to them. After asking them all the question, who they target and stuff like that, tell them straight to them. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're probably not gonna be my target audience, and these are my target audience, and this is what I help with. If you can maybe find help with it, I'll try to help you. But like I said, I can't guarantee you result because you are not my target audience. And people say, okay, I respect that. And people will refer to me my ideal client. That's how it works when you clearly define who's your target audience is. Step two, stay consistent. So most people will quit after a few weeks when we talk about this. The key isn't to be perfect. It's to start doing something, even if that's a small action, small daily action. Like I said, this is what I'm doing right now. Post content. I know that my content is not perfect, but I'm doing it. Or running ads. I have never run ads before, but I've just started a campaign last week or 2 weeks ago, and I don't even know how it works. I haven't know how to track the KPI. I haven't know what it is. It just showed me a bunch of impression and clicks and a bunch of stat that I don't even know where to look at. But I know that eventually I'll figure it out and learn it, like I did with the CRM I'm working with, Go High Level. When I started, don't know how to work, don't know how to build anything, but after a month of staying consistent with it, I'll get it eventually. So stay consistent. Step three, show, don't tell. So demonstrate your product when you're on a sales call. Um, a lot of the time when people on sales call, what they would just rely on is their word. But once their word have already proven enough, essentially effectiveness, the next step, next logical step is to show the product. Because if you are showing the product while you're talking to it, then people kind of see what they're getting into, highlight the benefit. So something that I do is I show uh, the client that I have on hand the appointment log of my clients. So they'll see, okay, what they'll be in the next month or so if they work with us. And I'll show them the system, show them how it works, show them automation and stuff like that. So they see what I'm working with, just understand, okay, this is actually something real and not something that I made out of my ass. Fourth, this is probably the most important one that I've discovered. It is crazy how important this is. Build trust with social proof. So if you don't have any sales yet or any order on your product, what I recommend you to do is allow people to review your product for free. So something that I've done, there's a period of the one I've done when I started this was I gave all the business broker that I came in contact with that fit my qualified perspective a free system for them to use, and I will pay for all of their outreach campaign and stuff like that. All I need them to do was to refer me to a different broker, and every single time that I ask for them to be referenced, and there will be a reference if I ask them to write me a letter of recommendation or a letter of referral, something like that, they'll do it. And in return, they'll get a full system that I've been building for them to get all the client. And the crazy thing is, when I have that, I've closed three time more in terms of client than just not having it. Just having one phone number that people can call and be a reference, they will buy so quick. Like I'm surprised. Literally, when I after talk with them on the phone, send them the referral number, they give them a call, and but right before I knew it, they paid the invoice, signed the contract, and they're ready to be onboarded. I didn't have to do a single thing just by having a referral system, a reference system that I set up, and collecting testimonials as I work with people. That helped me to kind of build a better brand reputation. So, stage four to this, last stage. This is the level where less than 1% reach. The difference is they reinvest. Instead of spending profit on cool cars, nice house, the cool party, the cool yacht, they put all of their money back into their business, upgrading tool, paying for ad, outsourcing, and this is how you scale. This is how you turn your I need to do everything business to I only gotta do some things or nothing on my business. This is how you do it. And if you start thinking about this early on, you're ahead of 99% of people. Think of ways that you can either automate with tools or outsource with VAs. I've just recently started to kind of apply this mindset to kind of delegate more of my tasks to automation as well as to VAs. And that has helped me free a lot of my time and increase a lot of my sales by just outsourcing my tasks. So just start thinking, and this is how you really scale. So, this is my little pitch at the end. So, if you are a business broker or if you're thinking of becoming one and you want an automatic cellular lead generation system so you can get consistent 5 to 10 listing every month, then I want you to check out my auto seller course below. So this is the same system that I've used for broker, tailored perfectly toward broker for them to get seller consistently. And this is why I use to help them generate seller across the world daily without any cold call or any Facebook ad. So there we go. And I guarantee this will work. And if it doesn't, I'll refund you everything within the first month, and I'll buy you the next course that you want to invest in, as long as you show me proof that it doesn't work. Other than that, later.